What's up, guys? Had to throw on my old work hat today because we have our first hands-on of iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro on YouTube. Now, this is not an accidental leak from a media publication. Ironically, it's actually from Apple themselves. Yeah, on Apple's official YouTube channel, they uploaded this guided tour of iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro, and you get to see what the new colors actually look like in hand. We get to see how the new features work, and I found this really, really interesting, so of course, I had to share it with you guys as well. So we're going to be watching this together today, taking a look at the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. Let's go. So what are you waiting for? If you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below. It seriously helps me and the channel out. And click that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss a beat. Alright, so we're in a Apple store in downtown LA, the new Tower Theater one, and our host walks us over to our first look at these, which does look nice. Alright, the new wallpapers, I think they complement each other really, really well. And then we get to see the actual colors for the first time, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the white and pink that I got. So I got the silver iPhone 13 Pro, and then the pink iPhone 13. I don't know what it is. I mean, the more I look at the Sierra Blue, the more it grows on me, but it's just so similar to the Pacific Blue last year. I was really hoping for something different. And now the standard 13 colors look more like the Pacific Blue from last year. And I think they go through the colors. So that's what blue looks like on both the 13s, which I think looks okay. I'm not as happy with the blue on the 13s as I thought I would be. The white is all right, but I think there's something when you don't have the frosted back, it makes it look a little bit cheaper. The red is real red. That looks like they messed with the color correction or something, because there's not even like a reflection really at all on the Apple logos. I have a feeling that they just kind of replaced these models and they didn't actually film it on set like this. But the red looks really dark. I actually don't like it as much as I thought I would. The black looks pretty nice because it's not a true black. I think they're calling it midnight this year. I do like that. Yeah, the pink I think is my favorite color this year. I think the pink, it looks really good. I wish it was a bit more vibrant or intense, but I do like the subtlety of it at the same time. I can respect it. I hope we get to see the colors of the 13 Pros as well, because I haven't seen a hands-on of any of the other ones. Okay, so here's the Sierra Blue on the Pro Max and the Pro. Again, I don't know what it is this year. I don't like this dingy kind of blue. It's different than I thought it was going to look. It looked much more royal and airy in the press renders. This looks more sploogey. And then we've got the graphite, which looks okay, but I wish it was a darker black. This is actually darker than I thought it would look, but it's still not like the true space black I want to see. Then we've got gold, which is a really good looking color this year, actually. I've never seen the gold in person. Well, I guess nobody has, because this is the first ever like hands-on video, but it looks nicer than I thought it would. The silver though, ooh, I'm happy. These are actually my two exact phones in the middle here, and man, it does look good. Really, really like my selections this year, the pink and the white and silver. Ooh, it's fresh. So then they start to run down the new features here, but then we get to see the dudes start going out and using these phones. And I guess from that angle, the Sierra Blue looks a little bit better. The pink is the best 13. I'm going to keep saying that. The pink just looks absolutely incredible. So they take it outside and they start to do these video demos where he explains cinematic mode. And you guys have got to see this demo, because Apple obviously shows it in the keynote. And while this is still a very highly produced Apple video with these extras, I mean, just watch this scene of, you know, they're all just casually hanging out on this set. They're acting like this is great acting. I mean, whoever directed this, it's phenomenal, because they've got the timing perfect and it feels so unplanned. It feels like he's just showing up, testing out the new features. It's a very creative way to show them off. So, you know, they're obviously making a clear comparison right away from gigantic cinema level like RE camera red. I can't really tell what's inside of there just yet. He's like, hey, can I just use the iPhone?
Okay, thanks.
All right, so now we're going into cinematic mode, which does have its own section that brings up, I want to show you guys this, because you get some additional control here for cinematic mode. Well, you just get a look at, I guess, the exposure here, and then the frame rate and, you know, quality of the video, like you do in normal video mode. You can go over to cinematic video, and you get this new f-stop selection as well. He's going to rotate the camera and show you how cinematic video works. So instantly on your screen, it will tell you what it's focusing on. And it already detects that there's someone's face behind you. So this is where it gets wild, because Apple did the demos in the keynote, right? And it's like, all right, like it's gonna let you edit it in post. It'll let you change the focus in post. Well, that doesn't sound real, but let me show you guys how this works. So you're filming, the A15 chip intelligently knows when you swap and you look. So when he shifts his attention, it knows to do that. It does a rack focus, which is you know, kind of nuts. I mean, I remember learning about these in college, and you have to do it manually, and it's hard to get it right. So now the phone is just doing it intelligently, and then they cut it. But then watch what they end up doing. They decide, hey, maybe we want to change the focus the entire time to just the dude that got in the car accident. So when you go back in, you tap on edit, and you can change the focus after you shot the video. Okay, I don't remember seeing something like this at the keynote. Maybe they did show it, but I've never seen it this casual, where you can literally go in, and after you have already... Guys, this is not live. This is not live switching. This is pre-recorded, and he is changing the entire video. You can see down here is now focused on him, and then it switches to him. And you could change it after you shot it. This is the equivalent to taking a photo that's out of focus and being able to change the focus to be on the right people and not like the background or the foreground. This is going to be insane. And this is on the regular 13 too. Like, they're actually doing this demo on the 13, and you've got these other controls as well. Okay. All right. That's a little bit more impressive than I thought. Now, I will say the edge detection when it's around this guy did look a bit rough. You can see it kind of looks like portrait mode, where, you know, a real camera would make it look a bit more authentic. There might be some more bokeh in the background. You know, it's like if I get close with my hand right, it actually blurs the background behind me. It's real. So this is clearly fake, but the fact that you can also switch zooms, I think, makes up for that. Next up, we get to see what some low light performance looks like, and because it's way better on the Pros this year, they obviously are going to use the Pro for this section to highlight that feature best. And this looks okay to me. I wasn't too impressed when I watched it for the first time, but it is pretty good. I mean, again, this is going to be an Apple cinematic video, so it's going to look the best that it possibly can. You know, they've got this guy, again, doing the... I feel like this is actually an Apple director guy, or maybe he is just an actor, and then he takes his camera away because the iPhone is just so good. Again, you know, they're obviously being quite dramatic here. Again, this color just doesn't look great. I love the white. The white looks so good. This is pretty clever. Oh no, his phone fell. Oh gosh, this is horrible. Oh, she tripped and spilled water. I love how it just goes from like a casual stroll. Dude, as soon as I saw this dude come in, I was like, something bad's gonna happen. Like, they're already giving him eyes. She's like, what the hell is this man doing? This guy is wearing some jeans from like 2004, and it's because he's gonna spill his drink in a second. They got all this construction going on. The pink just continues to shine. I mean, I'm sure they're using these colors, but the Pro Blue, not it, dude. Okay, well, it looks good from some angles, and in other angles, I'm just like, I don't like this. This looks like a set, though. I don't think this is actually outside. The lighting looks way too controlled. The notch is actually pretty nice for watching videos. Let me watch this again, because the new notch is here. This is just the 13 mini, I think, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty nice. Ooh, oh, I like that. I like the new notch on here. I've never seen somebody actually holding this. This looks like a 13 Pro Max. First of all, absolutely enough room for you guys to put the percentage in the top bar. Second of all, put the percentage over here or something. This time looks so by itself on the Pro Max. It's so big, but man, I like that new notch. This is the first time we've ever seen this in different apps. All right, next up, we go on to the Pro Motion display, which you can't really demo on video because this is a 30 FPS video and the refresh rate of the screen is like 120 hertz. So it's 4 times the amount of refresh rate essentially that we're seeing right now. So they're talking about the Pro Motion features, and do they have an actual demo side by side? Not really. They're just talking about the big screen on the 13 Pro Max. So we still have not really seen a demo of how good ProMotion is yet. I mean, the colors in this game look great, and this looks like some kind of a MOBA that they're playing. 1v1 me in League, though. All right, next up, they continue with the camera features, and something that I've been curious about, which is the new photographic styles, which sound just kind of like Instagram filters to me, but apparently they are more than that. So when you go to take a photo now, he's got just the 13 Pro. You tap on the arrow. Oh, new section down here for filters. They're adding things to the arsenal each and every single year. You know, self-timer. Live photo has been there for a while, but this is new. Photographic styles you select. Also, these people, look at this dog. Look at how happy this dog is. There is no way this dog would be this chillin'. Like, you can tell he's not having it here. And then he's getting him in the photo. I don't know how they train dogs for videos. Also, not to be mean here, but are you guys really getting your wedding photos with your dog in it? Okay. All right. Look at... There is no way a dog actually sits like that. Anyway, we're talking about the photographic style. So you've got standard, which is obviously no profile, just as it comes right here. But I want to see what other options you get. So rich contrast seems to increase the shadows ever so slightly. So standard, it's just ever so slightly dramatic on their faces, but they note that it preserves the skin tones. Then you've got vibrant, which kind of makes everything look a bit more poppy, a bit more bright. Warm. Oh, here's a good comparison of them working side by side. Again, this dog is just sitting way too still for me. It's uncomfortable. Wow, that's kind of cool, but it doesn't make the skin tones. You know, with Instagram filters, how it makes your skin tones real weird or pinkish or bluish, depending on what you're using. This kind of adjusts the environments around you while doing minor adjustments to you. Oh, and you can even adjust the tone and the warmth down below. So you can do that editing, you know, as you take the photo. I assume you can do that in post as well if they're capturing all this data. Oh, it says macro they're going to do a demo of. I'm actually really excited to see this because we've never seen this like native on an iPhone, and now they're advertising it. So he's going up to the dude's flower. You got to be on the 0.5x ultra wide. Bad photo. Just going to say that straight out. That's a bad photo. They could have done it for literally anything else. Why didn't we do it for like the dog's little like snout or little snoot or like little nose or like his tail or something? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, I see what they're trying to do. Do it with these flowers. I feel like this one just didn't really work. Now, okay, good transition. Very clever. They're going to show you the 3x zoom that you get on the Pros because they do have the telephoto as well. And you're going up from 2x or 2.5 on the Pro Max to 3x, which is a substantial improvement. This is the most telephoto zoom we've ever seen by, 0.5 to 1x before. Again, like that photo, just like not a great photo. They left no headroom for the car, and we should be looking more at what the car is looking at. Like, why do we care about the light pole? I feel like a video crew shot this because this is a decision I would make. I'd be like, let's just do a quick snap. And again, this dog, dude, there is no way the dog is still sitting there. I think I just saw, okay, sorry to divulge here into this content, but I'm pretty sure this guy walks by and drops a treat for the dog because the dog needs to eat. But how is he so well behaved? I guess you can just do that. I know you can do that to dogs. This dude getting completely ejected from the car. Oh my God. And they're going to the Apple Tower Theater. Oh, because they're dropping him off? Wait. Bro, they just get married, and before they go to commiserate with each other at night, they had to drop their friend off at the Apple store. I mean, I'm not going to lie, my friends are getting married in December, and this will probably happen at their wedding. I'll probably be like, hey guys, I need to get the new M1X Max. Yeah, this is a first look at the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. Very cool demo of the features, and we'll have the actual hands-ons coming, I think, early sometime next week from all your favorite YouTubers and media personalities. So look forward to that. Hope you guys are doing well. I've been Sam. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.